We love
One of the
hip
things
hop.
that I've been seeing, and we've been having a lot of conversations on various podcasts and stuff like that, is the whole Drake liking things. A lot of people were saying Drake co-signs all of these different things that are happening. And I'll just give you a quick couple of examples.
Sure.
The most recent thing that with the Schoolboy Q not being able to come to Toronto and his show being canceled, Drake posted a picture of him with the Free Yayo t-shirt, and I guess that was a subliminal. And then going back with the whole Rick Ross thing over there on your side of town in Vancouver, like he was liking post and people were getting like, Uncle Luke over there in Miami gave him a message, and a lot of people were very offended by him, quote unquote, co-signing it. Can you clarify a little bit of that for us, please?
I can't speak on why he was liking everything. I can speak with confidence that it had nothing to do with him. Like it wasn't one of those things where Drake's goons came out and wanted to show some support or love by beating up Rick Ross, William Leonard II. That was a issue between two men, and somebody showing a lot of disrespect to an entire country, calling everybody soft, and that's something he kept pushing on forums and chat rooms and stuff too, and leaving negative comments. And so when it comes to Drake liking everything, I think that's natural for him to do because he has the issues with William Roberts there. But the way the public saw it was that Drake's happy his goons did it, right? And it had nothing to do with him whatsoever. The song, sure, that agitated a lot of people. It had nothing to do with his set. He's playing it as he's trying to sneak off the stage. He could have walked one way, walked another way, and deliberately bumped into a couple of people to check him. And he came at people like an officer. I'm better than you. You can't do anything to me. Type of attitude, and that's what eventually got him punched in the fucking mouth. But not one of those guys did it for Drake. Not to say that Drake doesn't have friends or influence like in certain groups, but that had absolutely nothing to do with him. If he wanted to show some sort of appreciation after, by showing likes and stuff like that, I can see how people associated him to it just because of his love for the brand and his connections with everybody. But no, that had nothing to do with him. That was just a person who was being rude and got punched in the mouth.
No, man, I'm glad that like for our audience out there who's just they want to know everything. You know what I'm saying? That
and I seen it on every platform almost. Like we were talking.
Yeah.
Like some people got it right. Some people knew it wasn't an OVO thing. But other people definitely thought it was. One of the first messages we got out was to Kendrick's camp. Shout out to Jay Worthy and other people that made that happen, Ariel, and we let them know. This has nothing to do with your guys' thing. This was a separate, isolated incident, and that's why William was given an opportunity to apologize too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen some of the stuff we have on him. We could have embarrassed him quite a bit, but we've been holding back. He can still apologize. His issue with Drake is between him and Drake. And that's where it lays. It had nothing to do with this thing. He was being disrespectful not only to our friends, but he was being disrespectful to the whole crowd. You could see in the videos, nobody's really jamming to him at the end. He's playing the song, just staring at the crowd, waiting for somebody to do something. So it was just natural that somebody was going to say something.
And I'm glad that this is cleared up, because a lot of people want to believe it's romantic to believe that Drake's out there sending goons out, and you know what I mean? He gave a head nod and all of a sudden Rick Ross's face got punched off. But in the end of the day, we don't want that narrative going out there and spreading, because it's not just bad for just the streets period and all that stuff. It's bad for hip hop for that narrative to be painted, and people start believing that type shit, because not only Drake's gonna have an issue, he'll be fine in the end of the day. I'm also thinking about just us as a whole, as Canadians. You know what I'm saying? I know
Absolutely,
if I want to
yeah.
go to the States when they finally let me in, I don't want to have a problem because Drake liked the picture or like the post. I mean,
exactly, and for I don't know what the real narrative is behind the "Not Like Us" video, if they're saying Canadians aren't like us or whatever, but it shouldn't be a Canadian American thing. We're all people that love the music, that love the culture, and even when it comes to like the whole culture vulture thing. You know how many things are taken just from like the Indian culture, even the word thug, like, and all that stuff. Those are Indian words. You don't see us, telling people they can't use it or whatnot. We love, we share, we build bridges. People should be happy that everybody's appreciating the culture so much. And when I grew up listening to, Beastie Boys, NWA, Public Enemy, and these kind of things, it wasn't widely accepted. People looked at it a certain way. We were beatboxing and freestyling at the age of 13, and we were outcasts. It wasn't something that. So to see people of all walks of life and color, Drake's concerts or Kendrick's or anything like that, I think is something that should be celebrated. Hip hop and gangster rap, trap, all that stuff shouldn't be bottled up or kept just in your own backyard. These are things you create to produce revenue, to bring in fans and things like that. So you can't have it both ways, right? You have to either decide it's a business and it's something you want to share with the global audience, or it's something you want to just keep for yourselves. And there's a different way to put out stuff like that. Right now, everyone's sharing, everybody's celebrating, and it should all be about love and unity. Not just unity on the block or within the local gangs, but global unity, right? Why do we got to stop in the neighborhood?
Yeah, that's super facts right there, brother.
We love hip hop.